What is this? This is a smoked, bacon-wrapped, pineapple-marinated pork tenderloin. It's incredibly delicious. You need to try it out, so come along for the ride. Hey now, I'm in a little bit of a creative mood. I want to play around with the smoker here, and I want to play with some pork. I got a couple of pork swords here in just a Cryovac package. Got a little bit of bacon. I want to play around with like some pineapple to get some sweetness, some lime to get some citrus into this, and make something that looks cool. So let's do it. Here I'm going to free my pork from its pork prison. I'm going to get these patted dry here. Now that we're dried off and we're not going to be leaking purge all over the place here, I'm just going to use a knife here and remove the silver skin off the top end of this tenderloin. All right, so that took just a couple of minutes here, but it's really nice just to get rid of some of those harder connective tissues that are not going to break down during the cooking and just result in a less than awesome eating experience. Now what I want to do here is sort of create connected ribbons of this tenderloin. So I'm going to start up at the narrow end here, but I'm not going to cut all the way. I am going to leave it probably about an inch from that end, and then I'm just going to cut straight down all the way through, down to the cutting board and all the way to the end. And then I'm going to, again, just cut this, again, starting about an inch down. And we're going to wind up with 4 of these ribbons. I'm just taking it and turning it sideways here, just so that the ribbons are all sort of like the same size, all the way around, almost like little cylinders. Mini tenderloins. Oh, and see, I found another little chunk of something I'm just going to cut out here. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat with the second tenderloin here too. Now I want to create a relatively simple marinade for this. So my plan here is to go with the juice of 2 limes, which I'm just going to pop into this nice little plastic container in which I will be marinating. I also have 6 decent sized cloves of garlic here, which I'm just going to press so that we have lots of exposure of this garlic in the marinade. We'll add all of that. And then I'm going with some pineapple nectar here. I'm going to add probably half of this. This is a 1 liter container. Go about half, and then we'll see if I need to top it up at all. I'm also just going to take these limes here and just sort of cut them into some chunks, and we'll add that to the marinade as well. So now I'm just going to take my beautiful little ribbons here, still connected, and just being careful not to tear that little 1-inch end off of the pork tenderloin. Just get these into here. I'm going to kind of spread things out a little bit so that the limes are distributed and that hopefully there is just a little bit of gap between all of the ribbons in order to allow the marinade here just to access everything. And just based on the type of container a person uses, you may or may not need to add a little bit more here. I do want these pretty much covered up. So I did wind up adding that full container. Beautiful. I'm just going to cover this up here and let it marinate for a while. So on this pork, we're going to have a little bit of rub here. I went for about 1.5 tablespoons each of paprika, garlic, and just sort of like some raw cane sugar here. And then right around a teaspoon of some kosher salt. Just going to mix that up. All right, here is our nicely marinated pork. It's been in here for just about 3 hours. So let's get it out. Got a little bit of paper towel out here just so it can dry off. Got to find the source of everything here. There we go. Get this just a little bit drier and then we can apply a rub. All right, so I haven't completely dried these off. Obviously, I want them to be just a little bit moist. And now I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of this rub here. I don't want a ton of it on it, but just a little bit of added flavor. So now I've just got, honestly, some really cheap thin bacon. I find that this works the best for this type of operation. I've also let this sit out for a few hours here after I thawed it. It was in the freezer, and that allows you to really get some nice stretch on it, which is perfect for this. And what I'm going to do here is just try and wrap all of these little strands of pork tenderloin with this. Doing this is not only going to give some awesome bacon flavor to it, but also just giving the opportunity for some fat to help keep this from drying out as it cooks. So in doing this, we're using about 1.5 strips per strand here, and that's giving us decent coverage. I'm getting really excited. Okay, we are all bacon wrapped here. I've got the one end here and the one end here. I'm just going to place them together. The hope and the dream is that I'm going to create some sort of a little kind of spiral thing here. The nice thing about this is it's not going to be too terribly thick. Therefore, it's not going to take a really long time to actually cook through. Just going like this. Now I need my skewers. So I've got some nice long bamboo skewers here that I was just soaking in water for a couple of hours. And we're just going to try to run them through. This is probably the trickiest part of the whole bit because I don't want to burst through on either the top or the bottom. Oh, nice. Made it through. All right, and then repeat. It took me 7 skewers, but I think we're exactly where we want to be here. I've got just a little bit of this little rub left. Just going to sprinkle that over the top. Let this sit for a minute here while we get that smoker fired up. We've got the smoker fired up to 250 degrees here. We're just going to ease this off of the parchment, just like that. And then I'm just going to set up my Inkbird wireless meat thermometer here. I'm going to pop that in, just so we can keep an eye on that temperature and know what's going on with this sweet meat. All right, smoke, my pretty, smoke. So we're just over an hour here. Things are starting to firm up a little bit. Very nice. We're an hour and 40 minutes in here. We're almost at temp. We're just crossing 140 Fahrenheit. So I've cranked this up to 400 here, and we're just going to crisp up that bacon a bit more. All right, here we are. It's time to use the world's largest spatula. I'm going to pull that off, take it inside. We're going to be ready to slice up. All right, so now that we're out of the smoker here, we're just going to pop out that Inkbird temperature probe, pull out all of our skewers. All right, so after hot debate here, we've decided that probably the best way to deal with this is just to separate it into its little spiral here. We can cut off chunks and enjoy just as is. So just like that. All right, taste time. Just got a little nug here. That bacon actually turned out really nice. I was getting a little bit worried that it was going to not get cooked before the meat did, but it all timed out really nicely here. I'm also serving it up with some nice homemade mac and cheese and a little roasted garnish right there, as you can see. Now I'm also going to serve this up, and I'm just dipping it in here with some nice sweet pineapple hot sauce. You gotta check that out. It's incredibly delicious. It's gonna pair with this really nicely. There we go. So we have that pork tenderloin, nice, tender, lots of flavor, some good sweetness coming through from that pineapple. It's got that good acidity coming through from both that and the lime. Now, if it was just for me, I for sure would have put a little bit more heat into that rub that was on there, but knowing that the kids were going to have this and they're like a little fussy about that, I saved it for the hot sauce. But that's working out really, really quite nicely. Crispy bacon on it. Kept everything nice and moist here as well, right? Then offers that perfect salinity to it. In addition to just a little bit of salt there in that rub. But this is awesome. Okay, I only cut off a little bit of nug here. I have to grab a bunch more of this. So give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. You can play around with those flavors a little bit, but either way, I'm really happy with this. So until next time, keep it at 11.